year's teens, and then balloon, bloated, miserable. So really a great way to remove all of that gas is soaking and sprouting legumes. So this is exactly what we did with this. And by doing it, it creates live enzymes that almost pre-digest these leaves for us. So there's complex carbs, complex sugars that our bodies can't break down, and those live enzymes through the germination process does that.
Wow.
Therefore, we have less flatulence, excuse me, less bloating, and better health benefits through this.
Boy, that is
Very
cool.
cool. Yeah, awesome.
The other question is, I mean, what is it about these that are so nutritious? What's so good about, you know, sprouted seeds, sprouted legumes, and sprouted?
So sprouted anything, in this case we did the legumes, it increases the vitamin and mineral content significantly. In fact, there's tons more vitamin A, the B vitamins, a lot more vitamin C, in fact 20-fold increase in the vitamin C, and vitamin E as well. Okay. So anytime we do that, it just boosts those nutrients, and it also has more protein and less carbohydrates.
Whoa, so it's really super food.
And as we learned in our segment on growing them, this is a great fun thing to do with kids.
Absolutely.
And this is a quick process.
Yes.
This is, 2 to 4
Exactly.
days. So we start with a seed, and in 2 to 4 days, we have something to put in a smoothie or in eggs or anything like that. That's
exactly.
And you don't have to live on a big farm. You can be in
Right.
a house, in a condo,
Right in your windowsill and do it.
right in your windowsill.
And
Exactly.
It doesn't even have to be the right growing season. It can
No.
be all year round.
December, June, whatever your little heart desires.
That's right.
So
I
great.
like that.
All right, Nicole, are you ready to cook?
Totally
We
ready.
have our cute little aprons on. Do you think this makes me look fat?
Knock it off. No way.
All right, we're actually going to make tuna fish sandwiches with sprouts in them. Some with the sprouts actually in the tuna, and others we're going to put the tuna or the sprouts with the tuna in the pita pockets.
Yep.
And so before we begin, I wanted to ask Nicole, what are we supposed to do with these sprouts when you buy them at the store, when you make them? I preferably make them at home by yourself, but what should we do with them before we use them?
We should absolutely wash them. So kind of remove all of the yuckies, the dirt, and most especially those complex sugars that are going to create that gas. So just wash it all off, strain them through a colander, and you'll be ready to go.
Excellent, excellent. And you're also going to want to probably get the little seeds off like Chapin showed you before. What are the ingredients that we're going to need for our tuna sandwiches?
Alrighty, so the first one being is the canned albacore. Next, we're going to have mayo, and you know what, we just use store-bought mayo, but the rule of thumb is, if an 8th grader cannot pronounce the ingredients, you probably shouldn't be putting it in your body. Next, we have our wonderful sprouts. So these are the broccoli sprouts that we'll be using either on top of the tuna salad or mixed in, whatever you like.
Okay.
Also, we have parsley. This stuff right here has more vitamin C than oranges or strawberries, a great source. Chopped up green onions, wonderful flavor. We're going to have some fresh lemon juice, salt and pepper for our flavor, and here's our whole grain, whole wheat pitas that we're going to stuff this entire mixture into.
We have started here with 2 cans of albacore tuna. Put that in your bowl and just flake it up a little bit. We're going to add some mayonnaise. I probably have about, maybe a quarter to a third of a cup here. I never measure anything, so, and a lot of this is going to be to taste as well. I'm going to grab some of these green onions that Nicole has cut for me, and we are going to actually just throw that in there as well. A little bit of parsley. We're going to add a little bit of parsley. And if you're hiding little things for your kids and you don't want them to see that you're actually using bean sprouts, this is a really good way to do it. Because you've got green onions in here, you've got parsley, you've got tuna. They might not even see the sprouts if you have a picky eater. And Nicole, I'm going to take half of that lemon there. I'm going to show you a little trick with lemons. You don't really need to have a little sieve or anything. You can just run it through your fingers and catch the seeds, but let the juice run down into the tuna fish there. So that way you don't have to worry about another cooking instrument in the kitchen. So there we go. We're going to finish it off with a little bit of pepper. And again, this is totally to taste. And then a little bit of salt. And then really all you're going to do is mix this up. And once this is mixed up, it is ready to go into your pita pockets. Nicole has cut a couple of pita pockets in half here.
Yep.
And we are just going to open these up.
You know, we haven't tasted this yet. What does it taste like?
I'm not exactly sure, but we need to find out.
We need to dig in. Oh, I got way too big of a bite.
You know, it's not bad. I think it could use a little bit more lemon.
think
What
we'll
do
do.
you? Okay. We'll
A little bit more pepper.
A little bit more pepper. All right. So we're gonna do the lemon in our fingers again, like we learned how to do. And if you like a little pulp in there, you just squeeze that in. All right. And Nicole, you're gonna pepper. All right, Nicole, now that we're done with this, what if somebody is really concerned about the fat content of mayonnaise? What is a substitute that we can use for that?
Awesome question. Something that I use at home and actually trick my husband, he has no idea I do this, but I cut half the amount of mayonnaise and I substitute it for just a low-fat yogurt. You can do non-fat if you like. I usually do a low-fat just because it has a better, thicker texture. And plain, so you don't have that vanilla flavor, and it substitutes great. And you also have a great source of probiotics, that live bacteria.
Wonderful. All right, look at this meal. I can't even wait to eat it. How much do you think that this costs?
Well, you know, we did the crunching of the numbers just because I love to prove that healthy can be affordable. And really, each pita is less than 75 cents, but it's cheaper than you can buy anywhere else, feeding your family a nutrient-dense, healthy meal.
Amazing.
And it looks gorgeous. Look at all the colors. We have to remember what Chapin always says, that when you grow it fresh from your garden, it's going to be cheaper. In fact, it's free. Versus if you were to buy it at a grocery store. We had the tomatoes, the green onions, the sprouts, all the parsley as well, right?
Really?
All from the garden, and that's beautiful right there.
Yeah,
right,
sure
girls?
is. All right, I say we have a bite. What do you
Yeah.
think?
Let's cheers.
Cheers, ladies.